The Internet computer is a blockchain network that uses the ICP token. ICP can be used for two things: to take part in making decisions about the network, by locking the tokens in a special area called neurons, and to pay for services on the network. Example: imagine you're a part of a neighborhood association that makes decisions together. The ICP token would be like the voting tokens you use to cast your vote. But instead of just voting, you can also use the tokens to pay for neighborhood events or services. The ICP supply account is a quasi-fictitious ledger account whose balance is always zero. It has a central role in ICP burning and minting operations. Example: imagine you and your friends have a piggy bank where you keep a set amount of money. The balance of the piggy bank is always the same because you can't add or take away money from it. That's like the ICP supply account. The balance is always zero because no new ICP tokens can be created. Instead, the tokens are either burned, permanently removed from circulation, or minted, added to circulation. An identity is a unique identifier that helps to distinguish one entity from another in the context of the Internet computer. Think of it as a digital name tag. For example, let's say you have an account on the Internet computer. Your identity would be a string of numbers and letters generated from your public key, a type of digital signature, in a specific format, DAR-encoded. So, every time you use the Internet computer, your identity will be used to verify who you are and allow you access to your account. An Internet identity is a way to securely identify yourself online without revealing your personal information. It works by using a technology called blockchain, which is a decentralized and secure ledger that keeps track of all transactions. An induction pool is a collection of input queues from different entities in a subnet blockchain. For example, let's say you have a neighborhood with 10 houses. Each house is a canister that can send and receive messages to each other. The induction pool in this neighborhood would be a collection of all the message inputs from each house. This pool acts as a central place where messages from all the houses are collected, and then distributed to their intended recipients. So, in this example, the induction pool helps to organize the communication between the houses in the neighborhood. An ingress message is a message sent by a user to a component, called a canister, on a subnet blockchain. The user signs the message with their unique identifier, called a secret key, to prove that it came from them, and then sends it to a copy of the subnet blockchain, known as a replica. Imagine you are at a restaurant and the waiter is keeping track of all the orders that come in. Just like the waiter, the ingress message history records all the messages that come in and their current status. For example, you order a burger and fries. The waiter writes down your order and marks it as received. As the food is being prepared, the waiter updates the status of your order to in progress. Once your food is ready and served, the waiter marks the order as completed. In the same way, the ingress message history records the status of each message that comes in, whether it was successfully included in the induction pool and what the response of the executed message was. The input queue of a canister contains all messages bound for the canister. See also induction pool. When the canister is scheduled for execution, messages from its input queue will be executed. Inter-canister message refers to a message sent from one container to another. It's different from the user-initiated ingress message, which is a message sent from outside the containers to one of the containers. For example, let's say you have two containers, container 1 and container 2. If you want to send a message from container 1 to container 2, it would be considered an inter-canister message. On the other hand, if a user outside of the containers wants to send a message to container 1, it would be a user-initiated ingress message. The Internet computer, IC, is a decentralized blockchain that provides scalable compute capacity for running canisters through independent node providers running nodes in geographically distributed data centers.